Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel guys. This is King RDTFX and today we'll be analyzing EURNZD, right? Let's see what happened here. Let's look at price, right? Okay, price created a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low. It didn't break, but then it broke here. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high. Right. Then this one didn't break. Okay, it didn't break. Then it failed to break this high. Right. Instead, it broke structure here. Right. It didn't break this high. It broke the structure right here. Right. So it came up until here. So now what do we expect price to do? We expect price to come up until here, right, somewhere here, and then push back down, right? So let's see. Here are our break of structures, right? That's our break of structure. And here's another break of structure here. Then we had a market structure shift here, right? Sorry, we have a market structure shift. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, now we can see it quite clearly. This is where it all started, right? We had a break of structure here. Okay, we had a break of structure there, and then we had a liquidity sweep right here. This is our liquidity sweep, right? And this is what price did. We have a valid breaker block right here. Here's our breaker block. Price reacted from our breaker block here. Okay, price reacted from our breaker block. So now let's do this. Let's remove this market structure shift right here, because we have an internal market structure shift here, right? We have an internal market structure shift here. There is our internal market structure shift. Then we have a break of structure here. There is our break of structure, right? and then you know what, we have an order block right here. Right, we have an order block here, and we have another one here. We have another one here. So price reacted from this one. Right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to our 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we have a break of structure here, the last break of structure to the order block. Right, okay, but now as you can see, our price here moved aggressively to the downside. You can see that the buyers lost control, right, and the sellers are in control. Let's just mark this one as our market structure shift, right? And when you go to your 30 minutes, right, I just want to show you something. You will see we have another break of structure here, right? We have another break of structure here. So because the sellers are in control, right, you see this move, right here, the strong move right here to the downside shows that the buyers lost control and the sellers are in control. So mostly price is not gonna mitigate this extreme PY, but this one, right? Because the buyers lost control, they're not in control anymore. They can't push the market to this order block right here. So the market is only gonna react from this point, right? So back to our 1 hour. Because you know price is not gonna react here, the sellers are in control. Look what's happening down here. Price is reacting from something here. Alright, so we go to our left side to check. Then we see, okay, okay, let's go to our 30 minutes. Let's go to our 30 minutes. Right, price is reacting from this 30 minutes order block. Price is reacting from this 30 minutes order block right here. Okay, nice. So now we see price is reacting from the 30 minutes order block. And what do we see? We see a break of structure here. We see a break of structure. Then this is what we have here. The last break of structure to the order block, right? And then we had our market structure shift here. Right? We had our market structure shift. So now we had our break of structure here. Sorry. we had our break of structure. So now price is here, right? Let's go to our 15 to see the market clearly. Let's go to our 15. Okay. All right. Let me check something. Let me go to the 4 hour first. Okay. Now I see. You see, guys. You see, this was our inducement right here. That is our inducement. This is our inducement right here. That's our inducement. So now price has to go up. But because the sellers are in control, we expect price to reverse from here in this fair value gap. And now we expect this to be our inducement. So this is our internal range liquidity, right? So if price wants to go down, we expect it to come here. We expect it to take out this liquidity that's resting here. Take it out, then boom, right? Remember, the sellers are in control, so price might not come and mitigate this order block up here, right? So it might just return from this fair value gap here and push down. That's where we're gonna wait for it, but we're gonna wait for confirmation, right? So yeah, now going back to our 15 minutes. Okay, this is where price reacted, right? Yeah, price reacted from here, right? Good. Now look what price did here. Right, let's look at what price did. We're looking for confirmation, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then lower low, lower high, lower low. Price couldn't break, came here. Price failed to break here, right? Failed. So came here, and then price broke here, and this is what we call a change in state of delivery. Price broke here, started creating higher highs, higher lows. You see, so now we're looking for an entry, right? Let's go to our 5 minutes. When we're on our 5 minutes, you can clearly see it here. structure to the downside. Okay, and then there's a market structure shift here, right? There's a market structure shift here. Market structure shift. Price already reacted from this fair value gap. This would have been my entry right here. This would have been my entry, right? My entry would have been here. It would have been like this, with my stop loss below here. Let me do this. Let me clean this. With my stop loss below this red line, then target the internal range liquidity. Which is this one here. This is where I would have entered, right? You see how price is rejecting nicely there. You see, that's my entry, right? And I'm targeting this liquidity right here, right? This liquidity that has to be taken out. I'm targeting it, right? Let me go back to the 5 minutes. You see, price is coming down. When price is doing this, the reason for me to enter from this point right here, for me to enter from the fair value gap, is because we on a lower time frame, right? We on a lower time frame, and sometimes you're gonna wait for it at the order block, right? And your broker spreads are huge, maybe. So when you put it on your order block straight, then it only taps just a bit, not even until here, maybe just until here. Then it moves and you miss your entry. That's why I enter from the fair value gap, even though I know price can do this. Price can do this. Let me show you something. Price can do this, right? This can be this right here. This can be an inducement, right? Can be an inducement. Then price takes then price reacts from here. It can be an inducement, right? That can be an inducement, because you know why. Look at this. Even here now, price at the break of structure here, right? And we're expecting a market structure shift up here, right? Expecting a market structure shift. So now you see price is failing to break there. So this can be an inducement, right? This is what price can do, because now we have something like an order block here, right? This is what price is gonna do. Price is gonna come here, hit this order block, move up, and then create a market structure shift. There's an order block there, boom, then comes down, hit this order block, and then it moves up, right? That's what price can do for us to get a nice entry. But if you don't want price, if you don't want to miss price, and you don't want a tight stop loss, you can enter from right here, right? You can enter here and put your stop loss below this red line here, but I prefer waiting, so I'm gonna enter, you see right here, just for the pips, right? For the pips, guys. Sometimes the spreads are huge, so I enter from here. I'm gonna enter from here, right here. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. See here, I'm gonna enter from this line. I'm gonna enter from this green line. That's gonna be my entry on the fair value gap, right? That's gonna be my entry. So this is what I'm gonna do. Put my entry here, boom, stop loss below this red line, then I target internal range liquidity. You see, this is how I'm gonna trade it. All I gotta do now is wait. I'm gonna wait for it, and then y'all know we're still waiting for this one, right? We're still waiting for a sell. Don't forget, we're still waiting for a sell here. We're still waiting for a sell. We have to sell. So we just saw a buy opportunity. We gotta use it, right? It's gonna be a nice trade. It's really gonna be a nice trade. EURNZD. If it fails, we just check our mistakes. We go back and check what we got wrong, and if it's right, we move on. Okay, if it's right, we move on, but it has to be, it doesn't have a choice, right? Sorry. You see, it's gonna tap me in. It's coming down. There's two. It has to tap me in here. It has to. So yeah guys, this is how I trade. Once I'm tapped in, yeah, I'm gonna place my trade with no regrets or whatsoever. With no regrets. Once I'm tapped in, I let it fly. So guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know the name, King RDTFX. Signing out.